fine round of 67.
You get the feeling from the Gary that he may be a local favorite.
Went to college here at Southern Cal. Now for another attempt to get to 12.
Birdied 16, birdied 17, and I'll tell you right now, looking at Daly's putt, he got a good read. This is just about dead straight. I think he'll make this one. I think he'll finish with 3 birdies. I can call that because he has a good stroke.
Oh, robbed. I love that one all the way.
Can't do that. But it did.
It is a pure stroke.
So he'll be 1 behind. But Pavin and Perry still have to play 18.
66 for Jadon Blake, who now resides in St. George, Utah. Pavin, Perry, both at 12. Perry started today at 10 under with a 1-shot lead. Mike Holbert at 8. Scott Simpson is at 9. He was on page 1. Ronnie Blackshot 66. Fred Couples 3 rounds in the 60s here. He's at 7 under. Mike Reed at 6 under. Elkington and Burroughs. Guy Burroughs shot 65 today. Scott Hoke at 5.
Going to have to be a miracle if Jacobson expects to win.
He's at a tie for 25th right now. Dudley Hart -3. Lee Jansen opened with 77 here and then went 66-67.
Nice to see Scott Verplank playing well after a poor start. Came back well. And Lanny Watkins.
Lanny Watkins shot 66 today. Way back there, Gary.
We're talking way back. I went by him and he said, I've done this 2 days in a row. That's a 3-wood. I don't think you can get there.
No. But I'll tell you what. Wait a minute.
Oh,
you're right,
good
Gary.
Shot.
You're right. He didn't get there. He is 3 feet short.
He's got the yardage down, he said.
53 to the hole. I think that's as far as anybody's been today.
253.
The green.
I tell you what, guys.
What is it? 278 to the hole, I think it was.
Kenny Perry outdrove Corey Pavin by, I'm guessing, 80 yards? 70 yards?
I heard Corey say as he departed the 18th tee, he didn't hit that one as long as he would have liked. He could catch it all. So what does he have back there, Gary?
I'm just going by my eyesight now, which is keen, I might add, because I'm a golf announcer. I'm going to say he has 193 yards.
Okay. Great guess.
How is it? What is it?
He has a 2-iron. I see. He took that.
Get close. Cut right at it.
Get close, he says.
Right at it.
Yes.
Bad bounce.
Yeah. Leaking on him.
All right, good shot.
It's going to be a delicate little chip shot right there. Putting that second cut.
Is it putting?
No.
Delicate chip.
He may putt, though. He may putt.
It's not what you want to hear, though, back.
No.
Delicate chip.
No. I'm sorry, but you're unplayable.
Oh, okay.
Nice shot, but you're unplayable.
Good shot. It's in the water. Kenny Perry now.
Can you give me a round number again, Gary?
How about 173, just over 173, short of 174.
25 back. That's, you're uphill.
74 total.
Total, yeah.
How about that, guys, huh? Is that some
That's
professional
ridiculous.
yardage or what?
Well, then
Were you
How
flashing
like
him some numbers or something?
I'm making this up. I am making it up.
He was only 20 yards ahead of Pavin, you think?
No.
Because Pavin was 193, did you say?
I was guessing at that, Kenny.
Oh. He had to be 210.
That's got the flight of about an 8-iron. Oh, man. Good.
1 club short. That was a 7-iron he hit.
He's got a good 40 feet ahead of him. Pavin and Perry have come to the last hole, sharing the lead, 12 under in the third round.
A great finish in the third round with the final group going up that splendid 18th. Perhaps sadly Craig Stadler and Jay Don Blake couldn't quite get into a tie for the lead. It was a hole of mixed fortunes for Craig Stadler, and we can have a look at how it all unfolded starting in the tee with Ewan.
Very interesting swing, I think, Craig Stadler has got. And the thing that strikes you when you play with Stadler or walk alongside him is the height he hits the ball. He hits the same height every tee shot. It's quite difficult for him because he's got quite a bit of a tum in there. So instead of going around him with the swing, Stadler tends to swing a little bit more above and in front of him. If we run that into the backswing, you'll see what I mean. If we take it all the way to the top, you see how the club's in front of him there. Now, rather than the arm go across the body, it swings up. And that's why the club gets vertical and on line and yet doesn't reach its full distance. Left knee moving in a little bit to help his weight to go over onto the right side. This is the most impressive bit here because he actually changes direction. Instead of swinging inside, which he's no need to do because he didn't take it up that way, he actually moves outside and starts the ball up the left and fades it. We start it from there all the way through again. You'll see the hands moving out. And then he comes across the ball so that the ball runs ever so slightly from heel to toe. That's what gives him the fade. And you see where the ball started there. You can see the white flash up the left-hand side, and then he let the slope do the rest. Perfect position, and this was a pretty good shot too. Again, we've talked about the ball below the feet, but that suits Stadler because he hits everything from left to right, and he got everything right there. Got his judgment to perfection, putting up the hill. He just did the cardinal sin at the end. He didn't hit it.
Now, in that bit of analysis, it was a bit fattest, that comment in the tee there. I mean, you don't know how...
Well, my producer on Get Your Handicap Down is a role model for Craig Stadler, so he will have enjoyed that.
Let's go back to the action.
Bob Estes
From 75 feet is going to come up short, a good 10, 12 feet short.
What was the loft on that club, you think?
Too much loft. That's the kind of chip shot when you have 75, 80 feet. You want to take 4 or 5 iron, make the ball run.
High above, these pictures coming from the Goodyear Blimp Eagle. Goodyear Blimp travels over 100,000 miles every year, covering major sporting events. Kenny Perry will be next to play, even though Pavin's not on the green.
Pavin, I think, from there would take a putter. I think that's the safest club he'll take and not get caught, even though it's down. Take a good look at it, but I think with his talent, he'll go to a putter.
Kenny Perry told me this morning he started the year and set 3 goals with his caddy. Goal number 1, to make the U.S. Ryder Cup team. Goal 2, to win 2 tournaments. Goal 3, to qualify for the Tour Championship. If he was to win this tournament, he could probably accomplish all 3 goals by the end of February. In fact, he would take the lead in the Ryder Cup standings if he won here.
Good looking stroke. Look at, hello.
Yes.
How fast things have turned around.
It was a round that was kind of hard to get jump started. And he fell back to 9 under at one time and was 3 off the lead. And now he's 13 under. Unless Pavin holds it on top of him, Perry will have the lead at the 54-hole mark as well.
Well, that's a perfect example of not thinking about what happened behind you, but what is happening now. And he kept on just grinding and shows what it can do. Finishes up 13 under par. And Pavin is taking the putter. Pavin thought he might have 2 putts for a share of the lead. Oh, he left himself a little touchy. Comes up a good 4 feet short. That putt of Perry's might have unnerved Pavin a little bit.
There's also the risk of putting it through, well, from the second cut of fringe.
Well, unless you get down there, Jim, and put the club behind the ball and see how it can get stuck, you don't realize how difficult the little pitches and chips around the green are with that kikuyu grass. And it's like barbed wire. It grabs your club.
So here's Bob Estes now for a par.
Now, you talked about a scrambling birdie where somewhere. This is a scrambling par if he makes this. Well, he didn't hit a very good tee shot. He hit an excellent second shot, and then a poor chip and a poor putt.
Took the sweater off and seemed to get out of sync. Round of 70 for Bob Estes, but still 9 under.
I really believe, Jimmy, that when you have a certain tempo and a timing and it's a little bit slower and they make you speed up, it really affected. You saw how fast he put the coin down and putted at number 16, how fast he played 17, and he tried to just get ahead and he just lost his timing. You have a certain way you go and you don't like to get out of that.
This putt for Pavin, not only for par, but to assure himself of being paired with the leader tomorrow. They are playing threesomes, and Stadler and Blake have already posted 11 ahead of him should he miss. And
No doubt.
Yep.
If you had to have somebody putt one from that length, he wouldn't be a bad choice. I like one of the great lines that Hale Irwin said once. They said, if you had a 6-footer for all the cash and anybody, who would you pick? He said, I'd pick me. Very good.
Well, they end the day exactly as they started, in first and second, that is. Perry by 1 over Pavin.
NBA action, Orlando versus Chicago. Exclusively live Sunday at 6, Sky Sports 2.
Pantene Hair Health Update.
You know how much fun winter can be, but constantly going from cold to hot can leave hair dry and fly away. Now there's something new from Pantene to help your hair get through the winter. New Pantene Pro V Plus. Its Pro Vitamin B5 not only nourishes the root, but penetrates to the very tip, leaving your hair so healthy looking, it shines. However long the winter may be.
New Pantene Pro V Plus. Daily treatment for healthy looking hair.
I want to tell you about the new Big Bertha irons. These irons,
beautiful, they're an invention, they're not a gimmick.
I'm the iron
longer,
expert.
they hit it
Can I
further,
switch
they
to
hit
the
it
Big Bertha?
straight
Maybe a
away.
reason that we're all
I hit
using
them
these
higher,
gloves.
they get
Whoa, bite. We don't have time to finish this 30-second commercial. All I want to tell you is we love these new irons. Try them. You'll love them, too.
They're as good as the wood.
Big Bertha irons at fine golf shops.
The Marine Corps wants killers. The Marine Corps wants to build indestructible men. Men without fear.
Matthew Modine in a film by Stanley Kubrick, Full Metal Jacket, premieres Tuesday at 10 o'clock on the Movie Channel.